Morning, happy Thursday. This is February 5th, 2026. It is 33 degrees and we've got a little snow falling, not much. A flake and an acre, although you can tell that it has snowed enough to cover the cars. Now, I had mine in the carport, so it was fine, but the truck was covered again, the windshield, after I had cleaned it. It was just like a light dusting. I don't think this is supposed to last very long. They're not calling for any accumulation. But anyway, it is what it is. So they finally got the race in. It started sleeting in the middle of it. The cookout clash. And Brian Priest won. That's fine. I don't have any problem with him winning. Of course, Chase spun out several times because they had to run on a wet track. They had to put the rain tires on and all that good stuff. Because it ended up being mostly rain, but it did start out as sleet. So that was something new. They've had snow before, but that's the first time I know of sleet at a race. But hey, you never know these days. And it was not a very exciting race. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm over it. Let's go to Daytona. Of course, I was already that way the other day anyway. Let's go to Daytona. Let's get excited for that race. So if you're first time here, I'm a big NASCAR fan. Been following NASCAR for, I think I figured it one day it was like 55 years. So a long time. And I'm going to talk to you in a minute about some of the videos I watched because I couldn't sleep last night. Now, I had some vegetable soup yesterday, and y'all, it just has tore up my stomach big time. It has hurt. It is so swollen that I feel like, it's just awful. And I almost stayed home, but then I said, no, I'm not staying home. I'm going to stay here. Go to work. Because I feel like always, once I get moving, I'll get better. And that's the case. I'm not better by any means, but I do feel better than I was just laying in the bed. So I'll say that much. But, y'all, I just need to go back on mostly meat-based and be done with it. Of course, I already knew that, but, I have a hard time sticking to it. All right, sorry about that alarm. If you heard it, I'm probably going to need a drink. So don't find my water here because my throat's going to start scratching. Scratching is itching. See, my mind's going, yes, I know. I have cognitive decline, they say. I get those comments all the time. Whatever. All right, so I've got my old phone here. Took some screenshots because there's some interesting stuff here. Okay, Tim didn't do anything that I cared about yesterday. I don't care about no car wash. I think he titled another one something about, he lies or whatever. That saying that he has is you can't leave him, thing I say. Well, we know that. And that he thinks that's what gets him by with what he says. And then last night, I think he put out another one, but I don't remember. As I said before, I don't care if he's not ranting or doing something that could catch him into a lie. I don't care. That's the only thing I'll say. If he's just mumbling about junk, I don't. All right. So I went down the rabbit hole yesterday when I got home. I watched the race some and got bored. And then I would pick up my phone and start watching stuff while the race was on the TV. Well, I went down the EPSTEIN route, and I saw where some young boy had tried to get on the island Supposedly now he has these unmarked vehicles, you know, sitting outside of his house. I just don't think that's one place I'd want to go. I understand when you're young, you want to try to do something that is, you know, exciting, and of course it gets you plenty of views, but it's just, I just wouldn't do it. Sorry, y'all, I see the snow. Y'all may see some every now and then out that window. All right. Now, what else did I watch? Okay, watched I Sleep Through the Night, my creatine and magnesium combo. So I watched that, but I need to watch it again because it went in one ear and out the other. Sarasota Tim has someone taking care of him. That was from Buckeye Gordon, which was a good video. And you know, I'm sorry, y'all. Back to Tim. I'm not going to brag about somebody taking care of me. I'm just not going to do it. Because it just makes you look, you know. All right. Then I looked at Dr. Dray. Y'all know Dr. Dray. There, I closed it out. Talking about, and I probably can't say it right, noenal odor. Talking about body odor in older people. And she's talking about the persimmon soap, and she tried it out. Of course, she's not a senior citizen. I think she's in her 30s, maybe. I don't know. Maybe 40. Anyway, of course, she can't say. And of course, I worry about stuff like that. But I've never had anybody tell me, nor do I feel like that there's anything going on. But hey. Anyway, she wasn't too impressed with it. For, I think, $32 for it. She didn't think it done anything better that anything else couldn't do. So that saved me some money because I had thought about buying it. But there are some less expensive versions on Amazon. And I would rather buy, I did see there was some bar soap that had persimmon in it. So that might be a better route to go sometimes. I don't mind bar soap since I live alone, but now if I was living with somebody, I probably wouldn't. But, and I know we all used to use the same one, but it's just a, you know. Okay, watch North Carolina Memory Makers. They've been over in Gatlinburg during the snowstorm. They got some great videos up if you want to watch them. They are also taking advantage of, and I don't blame them, I would too. Some of the restaurants that's got buy one get one. They went to Alamo Steakhouse, Bennett's Barbecue. Oh, stop it. And I know there's some others too, but that's the ones that I watched this morning. Then I watched What's the Best Blood Pressure for Older Adults? And there again, you can take everything that's in that video with a grain of salt. You don't know what to believe and what to believe. Now, I didn't see if he had, I think this was AI too. I didn't look at the reference to see if they actually linked where this study come from that he's talking about. Although some of it I would believe. Sometimes I do believe they put us on too much blood pressure medicine because they want to get it to this certain number or below it, and we're constantly being dizzy. I mean, I'm constantly dizzy. But if I get up too soon, you bet. So I have to be careful when I raise up, especially in the mornings. And I hope that everybody else is too. All right, then we go on back to the Nancy Guthrie case. I did watch where Savannah and her sister and brother were doing the video, and they're asking for proof about their mother. So they've gone a different route right now, thinking that it's a abduction, kidnapping, because of some ransom letters. And some people said, why did they choose TMZ? Well, they chose, there's some others out there too, from what I understand. There's 3 networks that received them. Don't know if it's the same one or if all of them are different. You know, you don't know what to believe. And this just could all be just something trying to trick somebody up. I know that some people, you know, there's that rumor that it's the brother-in-law and they supposedly took his car in, or, you know, there's all kinds of stories out there. You just don't know what to believe. I mean, I do hope she's fine, but I just have a feeling that the longer we go on, and you know, there's all kinds of conspiracy theories. So anyway, the FBI's on it, and I would think we would get some news soon, or at least I hope we would. But they're not going to tell the public everything. No, they're not. Okay, we got more snow coming down now. And it's so fine, though, you can't see it. I know y'all want to see it. I'll try to film it when I get out of the car. All right, now, what else do we watch? Oh, some wrestling. I'm not going to talk about that. Passing Through Productions. He does a lot of, he's a talking head too, but he's much better at it than I am. But he talks about, the walking, talking vloggers, like it was some of Adam's friends, Adam the Woo's friends. He talks about Tampa J and Carpetbagger and Chris the Girl, although she's not really a walk and talk, but I think he talks about people that were in with Adam. There may be some others, but like I say, he's excellent. I'll link his channel if you want to go down that rabbit hole. Watch Dinger. Dinger did one on Sarasota Tim. Due Diligence. If Sarasota Tim does due diligence, then I'm the Queen of England. And I know I've probably said that before, but that's just the way I look at it. He may do some research, but he's not doing no, Then, this one I hesitate to mention, but I'm going to mention it anyway. I'm not going to put it in the title. But I did watch Gatlinburg. I think it's Hustler. Is it Hustler? Okay, now, the voice is a female voice, but I'm not sure the one behind the camera is a female. It may be. I don't have any idea. Anyway, they have proof. This channel showed the proof of a walk and talker channel that I have talked about before. And he had asked me not to talk about him again. But I'm going to talk about him again because I told him if there was proof ever come out and all that stuff that I would. But anyway, they provided proof of text messages and some of his videos. We're talking about Gatlinburg Huzzy. So I'll put that channel below and it'll be up to you to watch it. It's a long video, but if you go over to Gatlinburg a lot and you see this man, just know that he's not what he seems to be. I hate to say that, but I think he may be worse than Tim. And that's why I kind of just don't want to even go there. But anyway, that's just my opinion. And that's about all. Okay, one thing I want to talk about with Tim again. So, I go to a website called Live Counts. This is supposed to be real live counts. Now, I know sometimes it gets off because I think it gets stuck in your cookies. And because I've noticed that some people have said different numbers than mine has said. Okay, yesterday, and I'll try to remember to put this up on the screen. So I'm going to stop the video right now so it'll help me easier to remember. Okay, I'm back. Okay, according to this, Live Counts, this was yesterday. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This was this morning at 12:52 a.m. Sarasota Tim had 67,401 subscribers. Okay, I checked it right before I left the house, which was 7:45 a.m. He had 67,431. So, there's either something going on or YouTube is having a glitch. So, I don't know what to believe because I don't see why his numbers would go up that much in the middle of the night. Unless there's some manipulation going on. It's just my opinion. And I don't know if he's manipulating the numbers anyway. He could be buying ad space. I don't know. You know, to try to get subscribers up. That's the legal way to do it, is you buy AdSense through Google, or you buy advertising space through Google. But I don't know. All I'm saying is that in that amount of time, it changed quite a bit for a channel his size. Because, as I said yesterday, he does not have a big channel. It is not as big as he thinks it is. All right. That's enough of it, that Vicky. You've talked about him too much. And you're probably already getting yourself in trouble by mentioning the Gatlinburg person. But anyway, just wanted to say that there is some proof finally up about that situation. I know a couple of you watch or keep up with that saga that's going on. So I'm going to go, and I'll talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye. Onward and upward.